Welcome back to my channel, Nutritious Lives and the Wellbeing Guinea Pig. And today I want to talk to you about the rays of the sun and its healing properties, but I want to explain to you how we kind of getting it wrong with our devices. So what I mean is that the sun emits rays, obviously, which we know, and every part of the sun emits healing rays. Even though we've been told and taught that the sun is very dangerous, don't look at the sun, it'll blind you and stuff like that. But however, as humans and animals, mammals, everything, we all need the sun. It's really important. Like, we couldn't survive without the sun. That's how important it is. However, because of our modern day society, obviously we are confusing our body and our body's chemicals and mechanisms and throwing everything off without us even realising. So what I wanted to talk to you about is the way that we use our devices, namely at night, and how it stops us from being able to produce these chemicals to allow us to go to sleep and feel more rested. So it's not going to be a long video, but I just wanted to give you some solutions, because everything for me is about always obviously balancing out the body, isn't it, and bringing us back to homeostasis and being the happiest version, the healthiest version that we can possibly be. But unless we know certain things, like I've said to you before, on an intellectual basis, we don't know that we're doing these things to our body. So we've got no way of really balancing it if we don't know that this is where we're sort of steering the ship in the wrong direction. So what I mean, and I'm not going to go into massive detail, because obviously, you can go into detail with the sun and its rays, but for today's purposes, really, it's about showing you how we need to rest, especially in the evening. So obviously, the sun comes up, which we know, and it produces all these various colours, which indicate to our body and tell our body what chemicals it needs to produce. And then in the evening, again, it's the same thing. So when the sun's setting, it does the same mechanism of action. However, what happens is we are naturally meant to, especially because we're going into autumn now, and obviously we've got shorter nights, shorter days, shorter nights. We are meant to hibernate as humans naturally more, but however we don't, because we know that we have busy lives and it doesn't allow us to. But we've got to recognise that that's what we should be doing. So if you understand that this is the way as humans we should be doing things, you understand then by having all this artificial light at night, we're not producing these chemicals that are telling our body to shut off, namely melatonin, which is our sleep hormone in essence. So what I wanted to talk to you about today is the ways that we can change this. So, for example, when we come back home, say, the sun at the moment, in real time now, the sun goes down, I think, it's around about, starts going down around about 6:15, 6:30. By 6:45 now, it's more or less gone dark. So what we need to think about is allow for that. So say, for example, you get back from work at 6 o'clock, and then by 7 o'clock, it's dark. And then what we do is we put the TV on, these bright rays, these bright lights. We put our phone on with the blue light, and blue light is one of those rays that's at the height of the day, so a midday light, blue lights, those rays are very strong. So when you're looking at your phone at 8, 9, 10 o'clock, and you've got this blue light emitting from your phone or your tablet or your laptop or whatever device you're on, you can understand now from an intellectual point of view how you're stopping your melatonin production, right? So solutions are, for me, and especially for my children, because what I've realised is, especially the kids, they want to stay on these devices, don't they, until bed. But we need to start this melatonin production before we do, you know, and it stops that. So, you know, especially if you're struggling to get your children to bed at a certain time and you can't, and you've tried different things and it doesn't work, this is one of the methods that you need to use, really, and take it on for yourself as well. So what I do with my kids' devices, so they want to, you know, typical kids, they want to stay on these devices. So what I've gone in to do is look at their device and change the lighting. So I've activated a different lighting, a warmer light. So what I mean by a warmer light is, and I'll just show you, is these blue light blockers. So this is what I wear. But going back to the devices before I start talking about this, so with the kids, you can actually go, so I'll type in the search engine, brightness or light, and it comes up, and on the iPads and on an iPhone, it comes up with appearance, and then you can go in that and you can adjust the settings to a certain time to go into a warmer light and a duller light. So hence, as I say, that still allows your melatonin production to be released, and the same with the kids. So, or the other method is to stop using your devices a couple of hours before you go to sleep, which is hard. So it is better to find your particular device and work out, because every modern phone now, every up-to-date phone has this, it's in the settings. You've just got to find where it is. And like I said to you in previous videos, no longer am I a tech phobe. Technology is my best friend now, right? It's all about manifestation. So I'm not going to say I'm not very good with technology. However, I'm not going to state that I know with your particular phone. I've got an iPhone, and the children have got iPads, so I know what to go in for that. But, you know, as I say, just adjust it. You can set it for a certain time, and then at least you know that then the children and yourself are going to be able to comfortably move into a more natural state in the evening. Now, the other thing that I use, and I've been using for a while, are the blue light blockers. So you can get them in various colours. I think these were from Amazon. And again, it's the same thing. So if I'm watching the TV, and for me, I've just got into that routine. I mean, granted, I don't know whether I look like I'm going skating or what. I mean, it's not for looking cool, that's for sure, but they do the job. So I'll kind of put these on if I go to sleep, and you know, and I'll still go to sleep at the same time, but I usually put these on around about 9 o'clock. So about from then half 10, 11 o'clock, you know, my body has moved into that more natural state. So as I say, you can get these from Amazon, eBay, you know, you can get them from lots of places now. And they do have various warmer colours. So, you know, just have a little look through. Again, it's all getting into a new routine. But what I wanted to say to you before I just finish up with this particular video is not to use these as a crutch, because like I said to you in my previous videos, because I went to town researching about sleep and anxiety, and I was trying this and trying, you know, I've clearly stated in all the other videos. Again, I don't want you to use this as a crutch. This hasn't got to be looked at as I'm going to reach for that because it's going to take anxiety away, or it's going to directly affect my sleep, because it doesn't work like that. Again, like I've stated to you before, it perpetuates the anxiety. So we don't want to do that. What we want to do is, again, look at it like I've stated in the other videos, as this is supporting the body. This is finding its own natural homeostasis without a force, without a crutch. So I needed to just tell you that, because I feel like it's very important to let you know that if you're reaching for it because you think, oh, that's the missing link, that's going to take the anxiety away, it doesn't work like that. These are all simple methods that you can put in that will naturally bring about balance, and, you know, balance your hormones and that type of thing. So I needed to make that clear. But if you want to reach out and ask me any questions about today's video, I'm always on hand. The links are below to the website, to my social medias. Could you please subscribe, like, and click the bell icon? See, I'm getting better at this. And I look forward to see you in the next video. So thank you for coming back to my channel.